Welcome, welcome, welcome Sunday. Welcome Sunday. Welcome Sunday. Hope you guys are having a lovely Sunday. Sunday fun day. Sunday brunch day. Sunday. Blah blah blah. So I was in the process of watching what is it, 13 Lies? Was it 13 Lies? Let me see. First of all, let me mute this real quick. I was in the process of watching 13 Lies, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I was watching 13 Lies on Amazon Prime. It's about them little boys in Thailand who were trapped in a cave with their coach. And something hits me. I haven't addressed my people in a minute. So I decided to address you guys. I hope you guys are having a lovely day. Part of me not addressing you is because I'm a little traumatized by the video of Tyree Nichols. I'm sorry. Um, I don't want to talk about that because I'm never in my life. I'm kind of over it. It's traumatizing and it's giving PTSD vibes. I can imagine what his family is going through, but I'm feeling very PTSD ish. And yes, his name is Tyree Nichols. Okay, but I will say this. I don't know how many times I have said on my live on my Instagram, I experienced more discrimination against my own people. I told y'all that. I told y'all I would sometimes go to the CNN Center and I did not feel comfortable because security was a little bit zealous. And the security just so happened to look like they were my uncle and aunt and cousins. Am I shocked? No, I'm not shocked. They over here trying to impress their masters. But I did not want to talk about it because like I said, I was a little. I'm traumatized. I didn't watch the video. I just know it's awful, but it's traumatizing to watch. And I hope that Tyree Nichols get the justice that he deserves. So I'm gonna go ahead and go live, and we're gonna talk about a few things. And yes, it's not pretty obvious. So I'm gonna talk about one of the things that I watched over the weekend. I can't address this without being angry and saying things that I'm going to regret. First of all, I need you to wait. Gonna play, and I didn't even touch you, bruh. Okay, but it just I don't want to talk about it because I'm tired of being in a space of anger. I'm exhausted. I'm emotionally exhausted, and it seems like the protesting has been happening differently. Cause okay, before I get into this, let me talk about something else real quick. I was supposed to go to something today. Okay, that was in downtown Atlanta. Understand the protesting in Atlanta? Some weirdos from Washington are protesting, and they came to Atlanta to protest the building of a police training facility. And because of that, I can't find any news on this. But let me show you where I was supposed to go. I was thinking about going to the Fenty tailgate, the Team Fenty tailgate. It was at Atlantic Station. That's why I wanted to go to today. But then this was before uh Governor Kemp deployed 1,000 National Guard troops. Okay. So, first of all, this Aquarius season is very Aquarius. Because y'all know Aquarius is a sign of the activists. I learned that from Rabina Rostabun. I didn't learn that on my own. Um, and I wanted to go to Atlanta Station. First of all, I wanted the freebies. I wanted to see what Fenty Beauty was going to be launching, even though I still have not caught up to the highlight and contour kit. I have not bought Trophy Wife. I still have not got one of the lip glosses, and I have not got one of the lipsticks, but it would be nice to see what they're about to come out with, okay? But I decided to not go. One, the skies are not clear and the weather is weathering. But it's like it's been kind of dark all day. It's kind of been gray all day. Just gloomy. One. And two, the National Guards is in downtown Atlanta and will be in Atlanta until February the 9th. Ironic because that's a birthday to somebody who is special to me and my family. Actually, family. But it's the irony of it all. So that's what I want to do this weekend. That didn't happen because y'all decided to sit up there and try to attack. Y'all over here blowing up cars because of a police facility that was built for police training. How you know that police training facility was not going to train police and how to deal with people with mental health issues? But yeah, it is what it is. I ain't gonna beg. I'm just gonna keep my ass at home. So next situation, I guess I will be addressing that whole thing with Kylie Jenner and the noose around her neck. Little cunt. So where was I at? What did I have? What did I choose to talk about first? I have a lot of stuff I want to talk about first. First of all, let me. Okay, I can't let me. Okay, wait a minute. Before, let's get it together. I want to talk about what I watched, and I thought this was so messed up. But I have to give a shout out to the ladies. The lady who unfortunately was murdered because of this. I have to give a shout out to her sister for calling a spade, which was this man with white privilege took advantage of this. So I want you to watch this, and if you don't watch, it's not coming on. It came on January the 19th, so that's 10 days ago. Go watch it on Hulu. They have it on Hulu, so you can rewatch it and to look at this. So I want y'all to see this, and it was crazy to me because the daughter was the one that told a story, and the first thing she said was a man that did this to my mom looked just like my daddy. He has my daddy eyes, and he was wearing my daddy's clothes. Listen.
Full mother of two who was brutally murdered. She had seen her mother killed. Yes.
Now, tonight.
What evidence can you point to that shows that you're innocent?
2020, tonight on ABC.
This beautiful mother of two who was brutally murdered. She had seen her mother killed. Yes.
Now, tonight.
What evidence can you point to that...
Let me stop right here with this guy right here, because this guy, he played the fool. He literally played the fool, and he lived to regret it. So this guy right here, first of all, let's just talk about this. I'm gonna tell you personally myself, y'all too crazy about money. Granted, I need to start getting crazy about money because bitch better have my money by the end of 2023. Cause when 2024 get here, I don't know what's gonna happen. We are in our Pluto return. United States is in the Pluto return. So since we over here in our Pluto return and shit and energy, bitch better have my money in USD before we get into cryptocurrency. Anyway, so I can figure out how to transition it into cryptocurrency. So that's if I want to invest in cryptocurrency. Anyway, while I tell you this, I will say this. This lady's husband, I ain't going to tell you the whole story. I feel like he played on the fact that they were in a small town. He was a star athlete, the husband was. And I feel like he played into this whole, He's a star athlete. He's white. He's privileged. He would never do such a thing to his wife. And so he got this bozo right here who now all of a sudden is a pro-black activist. Yeah, they go to prison, then all of a sudden they become enlightened and they become smart when they should have been enlightened and smart to begin with, instead of crazy over some damn money some asshole was giving you. So I was watching this and I was looking at this, and in the back of my head, I was like, he chose the right Fallout person. This man right here was supposed to be a Fallout guy. He was supposed to be a Fallout guy. He was supposed to sit up there and take the blame and say, yes, I killed this woman. I did that. But he was not supposed to tell the information that he was telling later on. And now he's sitting up here in prison. I think he's in prison for what? Life? I'm not going to tell you the whole story because I want you to see it for yourself. I'm not going to sit up here and talk about this whole story because it's going to take an hour and 30 minutes. And I'm done doing an hour and 30 minutes lives. I'm just not going to be doing that. But Bozo the Clown right here, he thought it was okay. So, but I will tell you this. This is a fine example of what happens to you when you sit up here and you're so busy trying to make your money and you're not realizing what's happening. I ain't gonna tell you the details of this whole situation because it's gonna take me an hour and 30 minutes to talk about it. It's already taking me too long to talk about it right now, but it is good. But this man basically used his black ass to cover his tracks. He was like, hey, I pay you 10K. He didn't put it in the bank account or nothing. This man never received that 10K he needed for his family. He just went ahead and did the job without the money. And the moral of that is always get your money up front. Well, the moral of that is don't commit crimes, really. But, just always get your money up front. Long story short. Okay. I was talking about this, and I had this picture on my thing. I'm so tired of these witches right here. I'm over them. I'm tired of them. I've come to the conclusion that I want to create cute little black kids, but I don't understand the consequences and repercussions my little black kids are going to go through because they're black. That's what it's giving. It's bad enough a choker is called a choker. But for you to have a necklace around your neck like it's a noose, this is disgusting and this is gross. And I will even go as far as to say, and I'm someone who's looking for a gold chain, who wants a gold chain, who is looking into buying a gold chain with a Louis Vuitton locket on it. I want to see if this shows up. Okay, this doesn't show up on my live. Okay. But as someone, I want to say this. I want to know if she's doing this to cause controversy because apparently Black Lives Matter don't matter to Black lives. So did she do this because she know all she's going to do is get a pat on the wrist? And she'll be... It's the same thing with her looking a hot fucking mess at that damn fashion week with that lion on her shoulder. And she looked like vicious. She looked crazy. Another thing, are y'all going to boycott Givenchy? No, y'all never do things for Black people. I'm just over it. As you will see, I'm emotionally exhausted. I'm emotionally exhausted for this. Okay. Didn't I already talk about this? I already talked about David Miscavige. I think I kept it for I was gonna do a podcast on him. Did I do a podcast already on him? I think I did. I'm not quite sure. Okay. Um Next story. He's being accused of drugging a white girl during his music video. He did a white girl music video, and he's accused of drugging an OnlyFans model. Who he has to say?
So, she made whatever allegations, and I don't want to put you on the spot to speak on anything, but what is your relationship or lack of relationship with that young woman?
I'm an artist. I ain't got no relationship. I nobody that I'm doing no video as well.
First of all, open your damn mouth. You're not a child. Open your mouth.
Shit, my girl ain't in no motherfucking video. I mean, shit, I know white girl video, so like, nah, I ain't got no relationship. What type of relationship I'm supposed to have with her?
Well,
I mean, you want to clear your name, speak clearly, enunciate. You want to clear your name. Just his the way he's acting alone it smells like guilt. Let's continue watching this shit.
yeah, I'm not gonna touch on the details, but I was thinking, listen, you have a music video, you hire people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if someone went bad. Did you not pay her? Did you like?
I'm an artist. Is it my job to pay? Motherfucker, like I come on set just how everyone else come on the motherfucking set. Like that ain't my motherfucking job, you know? Like I don't know what.
So she made whatever allegations, and
Went on with none of that. That ain't nothing that pertains to me. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. When I came, I did my job. Everything was smooth. Everything was smooth. After that, everything always was smooth.
so as far as, and I don't know if you've seen or heard the allegations, but is it true? Is it not true?
No, it's not true.
Not true.
I don't even know weird nigga like that. I've done this shit too.
I don't know, but your whole demeanor is giving off weird.
Ain't never heard no shit like that about me.
Yeah, that was a little surprising.
I'm a player, like for sure. I got a lot of history out here, like ain't gonna hear no shit like that about me. You don't even gonna hear that. After you keep it player. That's it.
How do you deal with some shit like that? Because like you're not an internet.
He doesn't feel like he needs to deal with it. I don't want to hear the remaining of the conversation. This is what I'm going to say. Is do y'all not hire PRs anymore? You don't know what a PR is. A PR is a publicist. Do y'all not hire PRs anymore? First and foremost, in his press packet, he should have told DJ Academic to not address this because he was not prepared to answer to this allegation. But let's read what the Ball Alert has to say. It says D Crapper, Shy Glizzy, the DC D Crapper. Is it D? Oh, it says DC Rapper. Okay, I'm sorry. Ooh. DC Rapper, Shy Glizzy. I think he's more of a D Crapper though. The guys claim that he coerced OnlyFans star Sky Bree into taking a pill while recording his white girl music video. The rapper recently addressed the claims on Academic Spotify podcast off the record for the first time, while seemingly putting holes into the influencer's story. According to Shy, he doesn't have any responsibility on video set, so he wouldn't have been able to interact with Sky on set as she described. He said he is too much of a player to get caught up, so he didn't feel it was necessary to address the false claim. According to reports, Sky has not yet filed a police report, but Shy says fans haven't heard of any previous sexual misconduct allegations against him, so he claims Sky claims can't be valid. You haven't heard. So instead of addressing it, you saying you haven't heard it. So you saying this is the first time you ever heard of it. Let me tell y'all something. This is all out to these black guys out here who likes to be associated with women who are not black, because apparently there are no consequences or repercussions with hurting a black woman in this country. We're gonna make it, but that's what I'm advocating for. Is there going to be consequences or repercussions for messing with black women? That's a promise. That's one of my things I'm advocating for. But at the end of the day, this is somebody. This is etiquette 101. Okay. Period. Etiquette 101. His PR should have told him not to address it until they clearly have an understanding as to what was going on. For him to sit there and to pretend like it didn't happen, and that he's a player and he doesn't have to do anything like that to a woman to get a woman to do something for him, that made him sound stupid. They made him sound arrogant. They made him sound like a fucking asshole. Okay, we're trying to make him look like he's a decent young man, even though he is not. And it's pretty clear to me he's not a decent young man, because he wouldn't have answered the way he answered it, which was, I ain't got no problem. You know, I'm a player. I ain't got no problem getting nothing from no woman. He sounded really stupid and very juvenile. This is not you, a high school football player, being accused of assaulting a young girl in high school. You are a rapper. You do a music video. You have some form of responsibility in how you conduct yourself. Now, you should know who, what, where, when, and why somebody was somewhere near this woman's drink. Now, regardless if he put something in her drink or not, of course, he's going to be held responsible, because they're going to always associate this music video with the artist. Okay? So the best way to deal with this with him is, instead of, I don't know what's happening, I ain't got to drove nobody to get what I want, the one thing he should have said was, I am not aware of her being drugged. I had nothing to do with the drinks on set. I'm just told there to do my job, and she was hired to do a job. I was not aware of if there was alcohol beverages on set. I was not aware of what was going on set, even though I low-key feel like he does know what's happening. But unfortunately for this young man, he basically put his own foot in his own mouth, sounding like an asshole. Just like everybody else in the entertainment industry. Congratulations, sir. You played yourself. I want y'all to see this. Okay? This woman pretended to be a high schooler for 4 days because she was trying to lure kids into sex work. Watch this.
Jersey busted for enrolling in a high school and posing as a student. The superintendent of New Brunswick Public Schools says she attended classes for 4 days before officials figured it out. So how could this happen? Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Charlesworth has the story and strong reaction.
29-year-old Haijong Shin just last week was a student here at New Brunswick High School. She actually enrolled, police say, using a fake birth certificate. This was the school superintendent.
By filing some false documents, an adult female posing as a student was able to be involved in our high school.
Shin was in the school attending as a student for 4 days before she was barred and arrested. The police department here in New Brunswick sent the following statement. Haijong Shin, 29, was charged with providing a false government document. Students here tell me they are well aware of what has happened, and they just don't feel safe.
Last week, supposedly, the administrators let in a 29-year-old a Korean lady. And so basically, everybody was just scared.
This old woman came to the school. She was trying to get kids.
First of all, 29 is not old, but she is gross and she is disgusting. But 29 is not old, okay? Your mama older than her.
Link
some people gave their personal information to that lady.
It makes a lot of students feel insecure, and I get it.
This student said they had class together.
I had dance class with her. She used to just come in and sit next to the door, and then that's it.
Students also say they staged a protest in the school at 11 o'clock this morning. So what was the protest about?
It was about how the school isn't safe anymore, how it used to be.
The superintendent.
You know, I'm glad that these kids are speaking out and speaking loud. I know that they are a little bit sensitive and they're a little bit too sensitive to some situations, but this is where I do give the administration the side eye. I don't care what paperwork this woman gave you. If she didn't come in with parents, she should have not been enrolled into this school. I don't care which way you look at this. Is that understood? Y'all let a grown ass woman. She not old because I'm older than her. So we ain't gonna call no 29-year-old not old. First of all. But y'all let this grown ass, disgusting ass, weird ass woman into your school around these children. She over here sitting in class trying to figure out how many of them she can traffic. She's just looking at these kids like, oh, okay, I'm going to traffic her, and her. Those kids have every right to protest. You have every right to even stay at school, because the fact that this administration is so careless and does not care enough to screen this woman deeper than they screened her before she got in the classroom. Because my question is, did she come to the school with some parents? It don't sound like to me like she came to school with no parents. She just enrolled herself into the school. Shout out to the students for protesting. You need to protest everything. Everybody needs to be fired in this situation. The principal, the vice principal, the assistant, the secretary, everybody needs to be fired. Because what if she successfully got in and started trafficking these young men and young women? High schoolers are still children, and I tell y'all that every day. High schoolers are still children. I don't care which way you see it. But y'all don't care that much to where you let this weird woman come into the school and pose as a kid to get these kids to traffic themselves. And I hope she get her ass beat.
Office issued this. Last week, an adult female posing as a student filed false documents and so gained provisional admittance to our high school. State law prohibits a student being prevented from attending school based on lack of documentation. The superintendent's office goes on to say that there is a provisional 30-day period and that this was within that. Also in the school board meeting, a review of protocol.
30 days. The first day when she came through, told you she was a student and she got crow's feet on her face. This woman looks nowhere near 15.
Was mentioned.
We're going to take a look at our process as well.
In New Jersey, busted for enrolling in a high school and
This is right here. This is, well, you know what? You know, I want to have children, but who gonna teach them? Because they ain't safe at school, apparently. Who gonna teach them? And don't say my mom. By the time I have kids, by the time my kids get old enough to go to school, my mom gonna be retired. She gonna be retired, honey. She ain't gonna be working. I don't trust y'all around my mama no more. Y'all kids sitting up here going crazy and we have breaking teachers' legs. I don't think so. No, ma'am. No spam. No, thank you, ma'am. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. Weirdo.
Here at New Brunswick High School, students are upset.
This is the kids protesting.
At a school board meeting Tuesday night, they learned a 29-year-old woman was arrested for using a fake birth certificate to enroll.
She attended school for 4 days.
Police have charged that woman, Hu Yong Shin, with one count of providing a false government.
Another thing I was thinking in the back of my head was she watching Never Been Kissed with Drew Barrymore in it? I thought it was funny. I thought that was a weird movie, by the way, for you to be 25 years old and never been kissed. That's the one thing I at least done. Now, we ain't gonna go into any more details about me personally, but I at least have been kissed before. It wasn't a tongue kiss, but it was a kiss. Okay. So was she doing that?
Document with the intent to verify one's identity or age. The school circulated a letter with her picture.
She was pretending to be a freshman, which is more surprising because I believe she doesn't look like a freshman.
Here at New Brunswick.
Girl, I'm not.
The
All right, so I was gonna show y'all Boots. Do y'all watch Boots Tarot? I watch Boots Tarot. I love Boots Tarot. And Boots called it with the whole Jeffrey Dahmer situation. He said there are going to be people who try to do what Jeffrey Dahmer did. Y'all don't listen. And so I didn't watch Jeffrey Dahmer, the Jeffrey Dahmer movie. I didn't watch it. But Boots was right. No, I have Boots still on here. I'm gonna show y'all this, and then I think I still have Boots on here. I don't know. I think I erased it because I don't want to get copyright. Okay.
A man who admitted he tried to kill and dismember a gay man he met on a dating app was sentenced in a Lafayette federal courtroom today. The judge gave the now 21-year-old 40-plus years after his victim spoke up in court. News 10's Renee Allen was there.
According to the Department of Justice, Chad Seneca was given 45 years. After time served, the judge stated that 509 months of imprisonment, or 42 years with 5 years supervised probation. The victim, Holden White, sat in the Lafayette federal courtroom as testimony recanted a day he will never forget. In a previous interview with News 10, Holden explained the tragedy he endured back in June of 2020 at the hands of Seneca.
When they arrived, I was in the bathtub naked with multiple stab wounds and strangulation marks around my neck and a big thing in the back of my head from him bashing it with a hammer.
Seneca admitted idolizing serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer, who killed and dismembered his victims. However, Seneca, openly gay himself, stated his desire to kill was not because he hated gay men. The judge called Seneca's crime heinous, brutal, and calculating. Holden, in his statement to the court and Seneca, he asked that the man who tried to kill him and preserve parts of his body serve the remainder of his life in prison.
It's okay to be upset. It's okay to feel like you've been knocked down, but you must get back up, because if you stay knocked down, you'll never get back up.
Also, Seneca spoke in court. He apologized for his actions and he asked for forgiveness. Renee Allen for KLFY News 10.
All right, let me see if I can find the what Boots Tarot said about Jeffrey Dahmer, the whole situation. Right here.
Because I foresee in my intuitive mind within a year, murders, school shootings, all this stuff is going to double. And you got to ask yourself why. Well, it's going to double because of propaganda like this.
Isn't it funny, though? Isn't it funny that Boots said this? This was September 22nd, 2022. And I remember him saying it because I saw the Jeffrey Dahmer preview on Netflix. And y'all know I love me some Netflix. Netflix, you need to get and you need to sponsor me, Netflix. Because I've been telling people to watch stuff on Netflix, even though the last thing I told y'all to watch was on Hulu and Amazon Prime. Y'all need to talk to me. But I remember seeing the preview of it, and something in my heart and in my spirit was like, don't watch it. I've heard 2 people say they watched it and they got some weird vibes from it. But isn't it weird that Boots would say something like this and then, all this weird stuff started happening? Because let's just say this. Like, ever since this year has started, there has been some weird stuff popping off. Okay? Let me continue. And then, of course, up in the comment section is the intuitiveness for me.
That's why it's gonna double, baby. It's gonna double because children who have access to Netflix are gonna be desensitized to what's right and what's wrong. COVID didn't desensitize. COVID didn't decrease the population, but people still dying. But they dying by other people's hands. How is that possible? When little Sally knows that you don't pick up a gun and go to school. What activates in them? Beings that you can't see. What I can.
This is the new gospel, writing a new chapter. If you believe, you will make it through. We believe in you.
My bad. I don't want to get copyright strike. This is music. Also, I want to talk about that movie Megan. I have not seen the movie Megan, but I do want to talk about the movie Megan. First and foremost, why you named the AI Megan? Y'all trying to jab at my Duchess? Y'all better leave my Duchess alone. But there you go. Boots said it. Boots predicted it. Now I want to talk about this whole Jay Leno thing. Let's talk about Jay Leno, and then we're gonna go in and talk about because I think I saved when the first time something happened to him. I still got that video of Mario looking good as hell. So damn fine. God, he fine. Oh, this is not for here. This is for my podcast. Yeah. He looked good on New Year's Eve. Me and him should have been around each other on New Year's Eve. Mario, when you come to Atlanta, I gotta talk to you about something. Don't worry about what's about. I gotta talk to you about something. You're fine. Oh yeah. I'm saving this because I want this as a thing. And I know people listen to me, especially if I'm gonna be like, you are a hypocrite from the gates of hell. Let's see. And it's funny because I was looking for that plastic surgery stuff. And I couldn't find it. Let me see. Okay, this whole Jay Leno situation. Y'all know that Jay Leno last year he was burned in a car fire. Okay, I don't know what's going on with Jay Leno. But he was seriously burned in a car fire, right? All right. So now we fast forward to now, which is January 29th. But I don't think it happened January 29th. I think it happened a few days ago. He shattered a bone and motorcycle crash. At first, I was like, who coming after him? And now that I look at it, I'm like, wait a minute, Jay, why did they let you ride a motorcycle, Jay? You retired. I'm pretty sure they paid you a good amount of money. So I guess with your retirement, you making decisions to do things like drive one of your old cars. And then the motorcycle fought you bad. So I know you in pain because you 72 years old now. You 72. Mr. Leno, go sit down. Have several seats. Enjoy your white privilege, sir. Please. And thank you. I know you want to roll like the big boys, but you can't do that no more, sir. Don stood up here and looked him up. And I see he gets his second accident after announcing his Vegas return. He going back to Vegas? Then I look up even more. They said his 30-year run at the NBC Universal poised to end as NBC canceled his Garage Car series. This was 2 days ago. Jay, just sit down, go to a beach, drink your pina colada, relax, drink whatever drink you like. I don't know if you're a pina colada drinker. Just sit down, sir. Just sit down, enjoy your life. Okay, all right. Stop. And my thing is, you're not gonna recuperate the same as you did before, because the older you get, the more pain you will in. All right. And understand, I put that up there because I'm doing a series on my podcast about BBLs. Oh, yeah, I had it right here. I know he hurt like hell, though. I know he is hurt. No, he's in some form of pain. All right, so I thought this was so weird. I should have enjoyed that day, but I didn't get a chance to enjoy that day. I know I got some stuff that is due and I have not done it. Understand, I will get to it. It's just that I've had to recover from being emotionally distraught. And I have low iron, so yeah. Is this really the day though? I don't know. It looks fake. It don't look real. All right. Let's talk about my favorite people who don't like my kind. So they said anti-monarchy group. Where y'all come from? I guess y'all anti-Meghan Markle and Harry too because they are part of the monarchy. But anyway, y'all couldn't defend Harry and them when they were sitting up there talking about them folks. Activists unveiled polling station sign outside Buckingham Palace in protest over the King Charles coronation as they call for a vote on the future of the royal family. Yikes. Now I'm going to tell y'all don't want Harry as king. As much as y'all think he'll be nice, he's a Virgo. Y'all keep forgetting this man is a Virgo. You do not want Virgos in charge of anything. Okay. Let's call a spade a spade. You don't want Virgos in charge of anything, okay? It's a lot of micromanaging. It's a lot of you look around and over your shoulder, you see Harry. You see red hair Harry. You're like, what the hell? He's like, hello, just making sure you did your job. You don't need that. All Harry wants is to be able to do his job part-time. And then he can go to Canada or to Montecito if he feels like it. It all depends. Let's see the royalists post this. People who are serving to royals. I went to see them post this. You know, since Charles and Camilla are doing so well. And somebody is going to show their ass. We already know, because people already showed their ass when they saw Prince Andrew at his mama's funeral. They were throwing shit at him and everything. So he deserved it. I'm sorry. You sit up here and you messing with cheering. You deserve to get your ass beat. You know, one thing when you look at luxury bags, it's hard to differentiate between if something is real or something is fake, because people will sometimes use that line and do something, you know, whatever. Okay. All right. Anyway. So, you know, I feel like I'm wasting my time in school since they over here passing out diplomas to folks. Watch this. And I first heard this on the Lovely Tea. I believe in giving credit where credit is due. Watch it.
Operation Nightingale, federal officials say the scheme involved executives from 3 Florida-based nursing schools who allegedly sold over 7,600 bogus nursing diplomas for about $15,000 apiece. Those fake diplomas allowing people to skip hours of clinical training, qualifying them to sit for the National Nursing Board exam with the potential of putting patients' health and safety at risk. Some of the students allegedly using those fake diplomas to secure nursing jobs in other states without proper training. Dubbed Operation Nightingale, federal officials say the scheme involved executives from 3 Florida-based nursing schools who allegedly sold over 7,600 bogus nursing diplomas for about $15,000 apiece. Those fake diplomas allowing people to skip hours of clinical training, qualifying them to sit for the National Nursing Board exam with the potential of putting patients' health and safety at risk. Some of the students allegedly using those fake diplomas to secure nursing jobs in other states with.
And see, this is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I don't mind doing 7 years. During that 7 years of me going to school to be a psychologist, I don't mind doing it because I'm one of those people where I believe if the main people who need to get education should be in the medical field and in law. This explains why some of these nurses don't know what the hell they doing when you see them sometimes. You over here getting a fraudulent diploma. And they doing it just to get a job. This is just to get a job. Right? That's not how it works. You're dealing with people's lives. People can die on a clock because you don't know what the hell you're doing. And this is not okay. Let me continue.
Without proper training. Dubbed Operation Nightingale, federal officials say the scheme involved executives from 3 Florida-based nursing schools who allegedly sold over 7,600 bogus nursing diplomas for about $15,000 apiece. Those fake diplomas allowing people to skip hours of clinical training, qualifying them to sit for the National Nursing Board exam with the potential of putting patients.
Okay, now I just realized it was repeating itself. But I said my piece. I don't need to say anymore. This is sick.
I know y'all not.
We're gonna talk about them. We're gonna talk about that.
I don't.
What's the side nigga application?
Bitch. First of all, I just caught this. But I want y'all to see this chaos. This is the world as we know it. But who told her it was okay to say nigga? Girl, she caught me.
It's basically.
I didn't do it. I know. You act like this is 1920. It's 2022. No.
But nobody told you it was okay for you to say it. And what kind of Percocets are you on?
His daughter dates a black guy.
Oh, his daughter dates a black guy. Oh.
Yeah, like it's totally okay because your daughter dates a black guy. Yeah.
You didn't say that. That makes a lot of sense.
Listen, who doesn't? But anyway, I am the most equal, loving person, but I want to hear about this. So what are you doing?
So basically, it's
Yeah, big booties, Maximum's.
yeah, it's kind of like a resume almost, but it's like I'm applying.
The homeless man was not feeling it. He's telling you straight up, you cannot say that word. Okay.
So it kind of says my experience was big booties, big titties, big shorties, and then my interest is pretty smiles, non-toxic women, DSL, stoke goats, twerk queens. My leadership is submissive. I'm a great listener. Won't allow you to take the wheel. Positions is limited due to size.
So
You know what I'm saying?
listen, interest. I got 3 out of the 5. What's a side nigga application?
It's,
What the hell was going on? She over here dropping the N-word. He's slapping her ass. Then a homeless man comes up, shoot a bird at her, and then try to shake her husband's hand. This is America.
Tonight on ABC.
I already watched this. Wait a minute. Did I watch this? I didn't. Which one is this one? Okay, now I gotta go back to Hulu and watch this. For now on, I'm watching 2020 on Hulu. Monday through Fridays. Okay.
Yo, Meg, how's the podcast?
We already talked about that. Look at this. Oh, Lord Jesus. That rat is big as a puppy. Okay, so a reporter named Lisa Evers shared the New York City Housing Authority visit the apartment to take care of the rats following a viral video. So that's Ratatouille. Let me show you. Maybe he felt like she couldn't cook. I don't know. It's not funny. I'm from Georgia. And my thing is, my biggest fear when it comes to New York, because I do want to visit New York, is the rats. I don't care for the rats. If one roll up on me, I'm going to kill it. And I'm from the South, so don't step on my rights to bear arms. Okay? It's not funny, okay? But this is some of the jokes that came about when I saw this. So, watch this. Okay, this is Ratatouille in this poor lady's house. And at first, I was like, well, why she would let that thing crawl around her house with her kids anyway? But then apparently it was an issue. It was a housing issue. I want y'all to see it again, so I'm going to let it start over. Oh my God! Lord. Y'all know I'll be screaming everywhere. Look at that. And then the rat went in her room like it was okay to be there. That's a big ass rat. What he trying to say? What the hell? Girl. So he did. So this is what Lisa Everhart, she says, update, rats in NYC Bronx apartment. It says, sent crew today to the mother's apartment to deal with the large aggressive rat, according to citywide resident leader at Danny B 156. NY Cha offered the I guess that's the city housing authority. Offered residents another apartment. This one of the giant rats or some other creature. What the hell? NYCCHA worker found apparently the rat figured out how to get out of the trap. Even the bigger traps, they had to use other methods. I'm guessing they had to gun the rat down. Girl. Yeah, no. So I saw this and I said I wanted to go, and I realized it was in Thailand. I'm determined to see Chris Brown this year. Because I said I wanted to see Chris Brown, but when he came to Atlanta, it was raining. I'm going to see me some Chris Brown. Damn it. All right, so Toxic City here. So, you know, everybody was saying that they saw Christian getting a wedding dress. Found out they were shooting shooting a music video. So watch this. This is just a music video, and he's using her, like he said. He's using her up with her little 15 minutes of fame so he can move on. Yeah. Sponsor me, Rocks. So, Lisa Ray comes out and said that the person who designed Kylie Jenner's tacky ass dress designed her dress. I'm not gonna lie, Lisa Ray's look better. But she said she wore the dress and she said who the designer was. And this is the designer who designed her dress, and they copied. Of course, they copied it. The fashion world always copy Black designers. So and Lisa Ray called them out for this. She said, yes, at Andre J. Huno, you all plus bestie Kevin Arnett did this look on me and it slayed. It's nice to see other at Kylie Jenner copy and try to duplicate it their way, but we did it first, baby. Thank y'all again. Since we're trending, maybe we all need to get together and come up with something for someone to be inspired by again. Hashtag fashion, hashtag coming to America, hashtag lioness. Y'all gave me a party idea. Hashtag actress, hashtag life rocks, hashtag slay, hashtag white. I feel like Lisa Ray's look better. Of course, people are being so PC and say, Kylie didn't copy nobody. No, we know Kylie. I know Kylie didn't do it, but she would have designed that copy here because apparently, but whoever did this design, they did with this design. I suggest we stop putting lions and tiger heads on our shoulders. How about that? Because y'all saw the movie. You know, or we got to get Idris Elba to fight the lions for us. Do y'all want Idris Elba to go out there and fight the lions for us? But I like Lisa Ray's better. I'm sorry, Kylie Jenner's is tacky. I like Lisa Ray's better because the the tiger's head's not so big. And it's not a stretch. Somebody did take the idea. They always taking for Black designers. Black designers will tell you that. Oh, we're not going to listen to what Orion has to say because I got to watch the interview. And that's to remind me about the interview. Okay, here she goes. this lady is complaining about the Shein dress. Okay? About the Shein dress. She ordered $400 worth of stuff on Shein. I've already decided how I feel about Shein. I already know what labels I'm going for, and I will be asking for sponsorship. So y'all better have an XL plus section. Okay. This is what she had to say. Oh crap.
Okay, I just want to lead with, wow, you look phenomenal in the dress. I honestly think you look so good. Thank you for buying the dress. Like, you look great. I also want to thank you for bringing so much exposure to my branding that we just launched Monday. And there's always room for constructive criticism. And I'm always like listening to the consumer and seeing how I can get better and improve with every launch. And I just want to thank you. I will say there is a way to be honest and real without bringing other people down or bringing other influencers into it. Opinions are subjective until you felt the material and you know. Some people are going to love it and some people are not going to like it. And that's just what it is with everything. I just want to give you one example. Like on my Instagram, on the brand page, there's a girl that commented, I bought this, I'm returning it, I hate the material. So my support team did investigation, looked for her order, wanted to help. And it turns out she never even made an order and is telling everyone that she bought the dress and she hated it. And there was multiple people doing that. The second we reached out to these people, our account got blocked. This is a brand where I want the consumer to be able to grow with me, to keep continuing to provide quality and inclusivity. And I did see a response that you just made saying I only addressed the sleeves. I'm not sure if you watched the whole video. I don't think you did because I talked about a lot more than the sleeves. When you're not mass producing clothes, especially in this day and age, it costs a lot more money to make. But I do appreciate your constructive criticism. I would love to hear what brands you think provide the quality mesh that you are looking for in ways that I can improve and we can continue to grow together.
Can we just talk about the fact that Shawty just thought that she could wear this dress? This is not body shaming. This is understanding that you don't need to be wearing certain things. Okay? She could have did that with like a leotard or something. But she said it first. You didn't even purchase from the brand. So where did you get this dress from, my dear?
Oh, this is just lovely.
All right, so I want you to look at this, and I want people to give their opinion on this because I find this to be quite weird. I had no plans on being here for a whole damn hour, but here we go. Here we are. Watch this.
I had a neighbor confront me for using the women's restroom. I lived here for 4.5 years. Everyone should know that I'm a trans woman. I've always been known as Kaylee.
Before, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. Who used the public bathroom? I mean, after the monkeypox scare, I just give up. I just hold it until I get home.
I've always used she, her pronoun. I've been having some stomach issues because of Trulicity, and I'd use the bathroom real quick, and they're single-use bathrooms, and it's the only place that I feel safe using the women's bathroom. Well, I got done and got out, and this neighbor was talking to another neighbor and started pointing out the sign. I knew exactly what she was talking about because there's a big old woman sign. And I'm like, is there a problem? She's like, yeah, you're using the woman's restroom. You're a man. And I said, I'm a trans woman. She's like, no, you're a man. And she kept saying that over and over.
Okay, so if we're a trans woman and we're going through a transitioning, can I ask a question? Why do you still have hair on your face? Or you decide to go for the white trash lady with hair on her face look?
And she kept saying, you're not a she, you're a he. You shouldn't be using it. You were born a man. And just over and over. And honestly, I just lost it. And just started screaming and swearing. I just couldn't handle it. This is my home. This is my safe place. I should be able to use the restroom. The apartment manager knows I'm trans. Everyone knows my name is Kaylee. And then my group of friends, and I thought my friends were all starting to yell at me saying I escalated. And because she had 2 kids, I didn't even see the kids. They were there, and I just lost it. Fight, flight, or freeze, and I fought. You don't know what it's like to be a trans person. And then my one friend started yelling at me, and none of us stood up for them. They blamed me that I was the one that was at fault. Well, this is just lovely. I had a neighbor confront me for using the women's restroom. I lived here for 4.5 years. Everyone should know that I'm a trans woman. I've always been known as Kaylee. I've always used she, her pronoun. I've been having some stomach issues because of Trulicity, and I had to use the bathroom real quick. And they're single-use bathrooms, and it's the only place that I feel safe using the women's bathroom. Well, I got done and got out, and this neighbor was talking to another neighbor and started pointing out the sign. I knew exactly what she was talking about because there's a big old woman sign. And I'm like, is there a problem? She's like, yeah, you're using the woman's restroom. You're a man. And I said, I'm a trans woman. She's like, no, you're a man. And she kept saying that over and over. And she kept saying, you're not a she, you're a he. You shouldn't use it. You were born a man. And just over and over. And honestly, I just lost it. It just lost
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to react to something Megyn Kelly did, and I will talk about it. But at the end of the day, if I see this walking out of the bathroom, I'm calling the police. Sorry. If you're a trans woman and you like a woman and you don't have a beard, and I'm saying even if you're a biological woman, you look like this, I'm calling the police because people like this trigger me. Gross. You reading exactly what you're reading, and it says this. It says, in May of last year, a gunman entered a supermarket in Buffalo, New York, and fatally shot 10 black people. Half a year later, in November, another mass shooting in Colorado Springs LGBT nightclub took lives of 5 and injured 25. Though these murders, who intentionally target a marginalized group of people, were mainly met with disdain and a select few influenced them. Earlier today, a 19-year-old from the United Kingdom was sentenced to 11.5 years in prison to 5 counts of encouraging terrorism and 1 count of possessing material for terroristic purposes for attempting to make a gun with a 3D printer, BBC reported. Before his arrest, Daniel Harris made dozens of far-right online posts and videos that glorified and praised mass killings. The British teen videos were liked and shared by the attacker of the Buffalo and Colorado mass shootings, where he called for the total extermination of subhumans. What the hell that's supposed to mean? Judge Patrick Field, who announced the sentence, described Harris' footage as vile, anti-Semitic, racist, misogynistic, and homophobic. What they did was truly appalling, but what they did was no more than what you intended to encourage others to do when publishing this material online. Phil said at a Harris sentencing, you intended to encourage terrorism, and it's plain that what was being encouraged was lethal, racist, and anti-Semitic violence, as well as violence against the gay community. All I gotta say is his fat meat is greasy, and he needs to be in jail. I don't care if you push that propaganda, you need to go. All right. Let me continue. All right.
Loved ones tell.
Y'all remember the twins, in December, somebody robbed this lady of her car and one of the twins was still in the car. Well, the twin that they finally found has passed away. Watch this.
Told me this was simply an accident. Take a look at this video from Children's Hospital. Investigators have been gathering information on this case throughout the morning. The family tells me that Kyer choked during feeding. Police were called to the family's home at East Whittier and Champion overnight for a medical emergency. Medics and doctors did all they could, but it simply wasn't enough. Loved ones provided me with a picture of Kyer from just a few hours ago. He was sitting right next to his brother, Kason, as you can see here. They can't believe, after all the family has gone through, that something like this could happen. Loved ones tell me this was simply an accident.
Okay, this twin right here. These twins have gone through a lot. Okay. He was the last twin to be found. Was he? No, Khayr wasn't the last one to be found. These babies gone through a lot. They only been here 5-6 months and they've gone through a lot. Look at that.
Learning one of the twins kidnapped back in December from Ohio and found in Dayton has died. His brother was found in Indianapolis. At this time, police have not said what led up to the death of 6-month-old Khayr Thomas. This is all according to our sister station in Columbus. Court records say Nala Jackson was sitting inside the restaurant when she went out a side door, got into the mother's car. Someone got into the mother's car with Khayr and Kason Thomas inside and then drove away. Police found Khayr at the Dayton International Airport. Kason was found 2 days later here in Indianapolis. Right now, Columbus police are investigating Khayr's death. An autopsy is expected for tomorrow. Of course, we'll bring you the very latest as soon as we learn more. Nala Jackson is currently facing federal charges for their kidnapping. Learning one of the twins kidnapped back.
Okay, girl. This is sad. This is so sad. It's like you already had to deal with these babies being kidnapped, and then now the child chokes. Yo, I can't. This is so sad. My heart goes out to this family. Let me talk about this stuff. So, Breonna Taylor's mother revealed her daughter and Tyre Nichols had the same exact birthday, which is June 5th, 1993. Look at this. And not let talk about the fact that, you know, Geminis can be prone to uncalled for violence to happen to them. And that was uncalled for violence that has happened to no, it's not a coincidence, y'all. Trust me, it's not. So, Ricky Smiley just revealed that his oldest son passed. I don't know why I knew this was going to happen. But, okay, here it goes.
Hey, I just have to I just have bad news this morning. I'm on my way to the airport to get to Birmingham. I just want everybody to pray for me. Pray for our family. My son, Brandon Smiley, has passed away this morning. I'm about to go get on a flight and try to get to Birmingham. Vicky, good morning. Lord have mercy, Jesus. I just want to all our cousins and different family members to pray, be strong. I'm okay. Pray for my son's mother and my son's siblings. Pray for my son and my daughter, everybody that was raised with Brandon. Pray for Brandon's mother, Brenda, and his dad, Taurus, and his sister Taylor, and everybody. I hate to announce this. I just want to give it to you before you hear it. in the streets. My son, Brandon Smiley, passed away this morning.
Things are happening quick now. That's sad, but things are happening so quick. It's like the room is spinning. Okay, so my heart goes out to Ricky Smiley and condolences go out to Ricky Smiley and his family.
So here's a story time about.
All right, so here this another ungrateful ass person complain about having to work.
How filming Meet the Browns was the most stressful and hardest thing that I've ever done in my entire life. I had no idea that Tyler Perry Studios' schedule was so drastic. If you're working on a regular network show, they take a whole week to film an episode. Tyler Perry Studios, they film an episode in one day. The character was Jeffrey, a fat high school teenager who was very intellectual, who was getting bullied at school. I take 2 to 3 days to learn the entire script. On the day of filming, first thing we do is a table read. I know all of my lines. I'm ready to go. So the director, who is Alfonso Ribeiro Carlton in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he starts to block us, telling the actors where to go, where to stand. Mr. Perry comes in, everything changes. So we literally run the entire episode for him and he hates it. Does that mean I have to learn a whole new script? Yes, that's what it means. Mr. Perry on the spot starts rewriting the entire script and he's feeding me the lines to say, and the director is kind of standing on the side like, you better do it because if not, they will fire you. Here is where the shoe hit the fan. So in the middle of Mr. Perry changing up the scenes, he says, you know, I want Jeffrey to be gay and he has a crush on his bully. That's not what I auditioned for. What? Click like for part 2 because this is just the beginning. So here's a story time about how filming Meet the Browns was the most stressful.
Honey, we get it. Okay.
Verbs being remembered.
Okay, this is some of this stuff. Now we're getting to stuff that's about my podcast. So anything else? I want to go off on Megyn Kelly's face. I've been thinking about going off on Megyn Kelly's face anyway, because she pissed me the hell off. Her face pisses me the hell off. So this is what this idiot decides to say. This idiot says, announcer for this Eagle 49ers game just spotted the first lady in the box and of course calls her Dr. Jill Biden. When she realized what a wannabe she looks like, insisting on this fake title. Get a real MD and just work on your self-esteem. You fucking bitch! Let me go off real quick. Let me tell you where she get the MD from, okay? Okay? And as a woman, you should be disgusted that you said that. You are gross. Okay? This is the same idiot who insists that Jesus was white. In what part of the Bible did they say he had blonde hair and blue eyes? Let me read her biography real quick. Okay? She has a bachelor's degree in English from the University of Delaware, master's degree in education in English from Westchester University and Villanova University, and returned to Delaware for a doctoral degree in education. She has a doctor's degree in education. This is what happened when you let stupid people who give head to be in journalism reports. And yes, she was one of the ones when the whole Me Too movement happened. Y'all seen the movie. What's that movie that's about her? With Charlize Theron playing her. And Charlize, you did a good job of making her look like a freaking douchebag. By the way, okay? What's that movie called? Well, let me look up Charlize Theron, honey. What's that movie she was in? Because I can't stand this heifer. Even in the movie, it showed that she didn't even want to come out against the person who allegedly sexually assaulted her. Oh, crap. That's Charlize Theron playing her. Okay. Bombshell. That's what the movie is from, where she didn't even want to come out against the guy because he asked her to show the crotch of her underwear in the movie. All these women came out against this man, and this one right here, the one who believed that Santa Claus and Jesus are white. No, they're not. Because my mom is not going to eat after a white man. Okay? I have a story time about how I know it, because of the Santa they made us sit on when I was in elementary school had BO. And I was very sure that my mom would never touch a human being that smelled like that. Anyway, this idiot needs to read Dr. Jill Biden's bio, okay? She sounds stupid. This woman is stupid. Stop giving stupid people platforms. And I am now on my soapbox rant. Let's go. I am so sick and tired of y'all letting stupid people have a platform. This woman is dumber than a box of rocks. She didn't even know that she was assaulted or harassed until other women came out and said something. When they did, she didn't want to be part of the story, and she didn't want to call out the whole situation. Give me a second. Then on top of that, they'll play her to be a hero. She is not a hero. She's disgusting. And you can be a doctor in education, okay? Unlike the one that you had as your first lady, Melania, aka the call girl, aka the mailbox wife for Slovenia, prostitution whore, fucking engaged 19 times. Her. With that being said, thank you guys for coming to my live. Of course, I'm probably back on here on Monday, depending on what I want to rant about. I'll be back on here on Monday. Thank you guys for coming to my live. I'm still dealing with the Barry Whites, so please bear with me. And I don't think it's going to get better because it's raining right now. It's raining right now. So I want to tell you guys it's raining right now. So, I mean, you know, it was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be 60 degrees. It's supposed to be 60 degrees tomorrow, but y'all know the 60 degree weather bring on the precipitation. And I heard that it's supposed to get colder. So with that being said, thank you guys for listening to my live. I am so howdy.